Alright guys, welcome back to the studio room again. This time I am going to focus in on a bigger project of what I am calling the Haunted Manor of Jane Delawney. I will link the song down below if you're curious. It's an old folk song from the 70s, I believe, and it's not going to be a lot of people's taste, but I found it to be an interesting song, and I like the lyrics, which is what this picture is going to be based off of. I just kind of added in the manor part myself. Anyway, I'm going to say I'm intimidated, though, by the canvas proportions. There's no light that enters the garden, so I was initially thinking I could do like a misty garden gray slate sky kind of situation, but I've actually done that a few times. The other option I was thinking that I feel like I should do, and it will challenge myself, is the look of this the look of the sun behind the clouds, kind of like trying to fight its way through, but not. And I think that's the sky I'm gonna go for, and that's gonna take me a little bit more effort than just doing obviously a slate moody kind of thing. Gotta put on some music and then get started again, as I did. I say now. Hello darkness, my old friend. I was gonna pause my music and talk, but maybe I can wait for it to stop. It's slowing down. It's taken up a lot of time to fill this in, but it's easier for me to actually subtract. So I'm just filling in the darkness, and then I'm carving out some light, kind of trying to make it blendy, because the sky is dramatic, but I don't want it to be the focal point, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm done with the sky, with that lighting. Okay, here's the sky. So the whole point is no sunlight, no sunbeams actually make it down to the garden and the manor. Did I tell you guys about this picture? The Haunted Manor of Jane Delawney. It's based off of a song. Let me get the info. I'll have it linked below, but the song is The Garden of Jane Delawney by the band Trees in the 70s. And I looked it up because I was wondering if it was based off of anything. And as far as I can tell, it was just written by one, I don't want to say just, it was written by one of the band members, but let me double check that information. Okay, so the song was written by Tobias Bosho? I don't know if I'm saying that right. So that's who wrote it. But there's not a whole lot of information on it, so it's just, it's a folk song from the 70s by the band The Trees, The Garden of Jane Delawney, and this is the picture I'm doing for it. Oh, and I took a picture last night, like a random little, oh, I should put that down somewhere so I don't forget the thought process of where I want everything to go. This is probably not good because I'm not sitting in a chair anymore doing this. I decided not to do that, but now I need to adjust the whole situation because as it stands, I am on my knees, which is probably not the greatest for my aging old lady knees. But just know, my little twaddle waddles. I'm walking on my knees. And the manor gonna be from like right around here to like essentially the end of the canvas over here. I am the most nervous about, I really shouldn't be on my knees are already mad at me. The manor is the one thing on here that I'm like the most nervous to do. But that's okay, because I don't really do buildings, straight lines, all that jazz. Okay, so we're gonna do a vague sketch. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Too much coffee? Too much coffee. My lines are fucked, but I kind of got, I feel like, oh, this needs to scoot over a little bit. But in general, I think that's my manner. We're gonna circle back to that and do some of the other stuff so we can harmonize the whole thing. I really wonder what kind of images would be made if you took like a small handful of people, had them listen to the same song, and then had them create a piece of artwork based off of what they're like picturing in their head. Also, for the sake of intrigue, do that with somebody who has what is that called? I want to say aphantasia, but I don't think that's right. Is that right? Where you can't see images in your head? Are there there's gotta be a bunch of artists who have whatever it's called. I've never thought about this before. Wait a second. Wait, there's gotta be. Maybe that's some of those instinctual artists. Or realism, where they're directly copying images? We have to figure this out. Quick Google search. Google. Huh? Some people actually think having it helps with their artwork. This is so intriguing to me. Sorry, I'm getting sucked in here. I'm an artist with aphantasia and I didn't even realize it. Oh, they paint and draw from photos. This makes a lot of sense for other like art types, because this person is saying that they don't draw, but they still make art. Wow, that was a whole new spin on things to me. Focus. So how I start my sentences. So, now we're gonna do this. So, now we're gonna do that. So, as I was saying. Okay, anyway, so I'm probably gonna scroll the lyrics across the screen as I do the last little bit of this, so you guys can at least read it as like a little poem or something, or like pause the video and read as it's scrolling. I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit it in there, but it will be in there. So you can at least like have some form of reference without clicking a link outside my video, you know what I mean? after floor mode, I ended up deciding that I had to spray my canvas with a workable fixative because for some reason on this base, which is one I usually do, it wasn't holding the charcoal as well. I couldn't go as dark as I normally do, so I ended up spraying it. And before I did that, though, I used the mirror. I forget like the effectiveness of using a mirror in real life versus just flipping the picture around on your phone. So I did that real fast and messed with it and tweaked little things. And then I came back and started working on it some more. And I was debating on the level of detail a lot. I kept putting shit down and then taking it away and putting more down and taking it away. I could work on this thing forever, I feel like, depending on how much detail I wanted to put in it. But this is what I ended up with. This is the Haunted Manor of Jane Delawney. Yeah, so that's how it came out. I'm mostly satisfied. I don't know. Does anybody ever feel satisfied with their work? Anyway, yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.